How's it going, everyone? Team Robble here, and yes, I have survived, and I mean survived, Hurricane Irene. Yeah, it was pretty much a bitch fest. All it did was blow some leaves and, a little few tree branches here and there, and rained a little bit. Well, it rained a lot, but nothing that I'm not used to. And, New York was rather fortunate. It pretty much did nothing. They did cancel school for tomorrow, and it also canceled work for today, so in that regard, thank you, Irene. But I hope everyone was alright. I know I have some friends who live on the East Coast. I hope you guys didn't get fucked up too bad. But I don't have internet or cable right now. I haven't had it all day. Power pretty much didn't go out. It went out for an hour and a half at most. So I'm pretty much good to go. And I decided to make a review on a game I said I would make a review about, and that is Shadows of the Motherfucking Damned. I do have the PS3 version. It's also available on Xbox 360. And I thought it wasn't the greatest game I've ever played, but it wasn't the worst game I've ever played. It was, pretty good, but it wasn't like anything that I was like, wow, this is, completely, oh my god, and just made my head explode. Nothing like that. But first, a little bit of a background on the game. It was a collaboration between two of, video game developers who are just, some of the best developers we've had. Suda51, who is probably in my top, three, people like Miyamoto, people like Keiji Inafune. I fucking love Suda51. He made one of my favorite games of all time, Killer 7. I know people are like, whoa, that's one of your favorite games. Yes, it is. That game has one of the best storylines I've ever fucking played in a game. And Shinji Mikami of Resident Evil fame. It was a collaboration between them. Grasshopper Studios, another great development team. They did all the work and sort of that. So really, this is a recipe for success right out of the box. What's the game about? You play as the guy on the cover. His name is Garcia Hotspur. It's kind of a stupid name, but he's a Mexican bounty hunter. Not a bounty hunter, more like a demon hunter. But he just hunts demons. I don't know for what reason. He just likes to hunt them. I don't know if he's getting paid, whatever. And he has a girlfriend. Her name is Paula, and she gets captured by the demon underworld leader. His name is Fleming. And Garcia goes with his buddy Johnson. Johnson is his gun, pretty much. He's this little demon who escaped out of hell, I guess we'll call it. I don't know if it has any other name aside from hell. And he can transform into guns and things like that. So him and Garcia go down into hell to rescue Paula. Simplest storyline you could ever possibly write. It's really nothing deep, nothing complex, but that's what makes the game work so well. Because it's really, this game, me personally, it takes a lot for me to get to laugh. Seinfeld, Curb Your Enthusiasm, a few other things here and there, but for me to really laugh in terms of a video game, you have to really do some funny shit. And this game did some funny shit. It's rated M, of course. And so they just went nuts with all sorts of sexual innuendos and that sort of stuff. They were making a whole bunch of sex jokes and
Hey, fill those cracks with your explosive hot boner. You heard me.
Oh, Demon Hunter. Your bullets have no bite, no penetration. You need more thrust.
Thanks for calling Angel Kiss, sugar. I'm not wearing anything but a smile. How about you?
Oh my god, 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 Shawik!
Now that is a big boner.
This game really wasn't afraid to be childish and kind of just be like, alright, we're immature, let's have fun with it. And they definitely had fun with it. So I was really happy, I was laughing, a few chuckles here and there, sometimes I was like, oh shit, that's kind of funny. And, that deserves a little golf clap because, like I said, video games don't usually make me laugh too much. And this game definitely made me laugh. So for a game to do that, it has to have some pretty damn good writing. And this game had some pretty damn good writing in terms of, dialogue between Johnson and Garcia. That's really where the game shines, I think. Now, how does the game play? Well, you've all played Resident Evil 4 or 5, right? What's the biggest problem in those games? The fact that you can't fucking move when you shoot. Well, this game pretty much essentially plays like Resident Evil 4 and 5. From that perspective, the older, over-the-shoulder, third person, can move now, and you can jump, and you're a lot more agile. You don't feel like you're a fucking brick in this game. You actually feel like you're a human, and you can kind of move as such. So that was pretty cool. Now, since you're in hell, you're pretty much against a lot, because you're the only human in hell, and it's hell. So hell is trying everything in its power to kill you. And how does it do that? Through the use of something called darkness. You know, what is darkness? It's darkness. You know, it's kind of hard to explain without actually, you know, seeing it. But it's like this wall. If you go inside, humans can't survive in the darkness. If you stay in there too long, it sucks the soul out of you, and then you're dead. So how did the game kind of work around with this? Is that Johnson can shoot off these little light shots. And they're these little, for some reason they're goats. I don't really know why they're goats. I think they explained it in the game, but for the life of me I can't remember it. But if you shoot those goats, they're like pretty much the equivalents of like a lantern. And it'll light up, and then the darkness will go away. So the game has some pretty clever use of, you know, the darkness and the light. You know, they'll throw some different stuff at you. You know, there's you know, sometimes you just run into darkness. You have to run through the darkness. Other times you have to extinguish it. There's a few different ways the darkness is perpetrated throughout. And it was pretty cool because some of the boss battles had some pretty clever ways of, you know, oh, something will shoot out the darkness. Oh, how do you get rid of the darkness? Oh, you gotta do something crazy. And the game, I thought, was pretty cool in that regard. But other than that, there really isn't too much to the game. In terms of upgrades, you can buy, there are these red gems that you find around that you can upgrade, you know, the different attributes. There are technically only 3 guns in this game. There's like, it's like a pistol, and that you shoot the light shots off. And eventually you can shoot off like these mine things with that pistol. There's three guns, but they each have 3 different upgrades. Or rather, you have the first upgrade, you start out with the original, then you have 2 more upgrades. That's probably a better way to put it. And so, you kind of just, you'll have like all the different stats you can upgrade with the red gems, and by how you upgrade these guns is by blue gems. How do you get the blue gems? Defeating the bosses. The game is relatively short. It took me about 9 hours, I'd say, to beat it. I actually didn't pay for the game. I traded in 2 shitty Wii games because GameStop had a great deal. I traded in like Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and Super Paper Mario, which if I wanted I could just download again anyway, but chances are I'm not even going to play those games again, so I essentially got the game for free, which was pretty cool. But, so yeah, I don't think it's worth the $60, but I do think it's a really good game. So, like I said, you have the blue gems, that's how you upgrade the guns. You have like a machine gun, it's called the Teether or something like that. All the names are puns, pretty much, play on words and stuff like that. Like the boner, the hot boner, the big boner, you know, those are the sort of jokes this game goes with. It might seem a little bit childish to you, but when you actually play the game, you start to appreciate its sense of humor. And I really, you know, at first I was like, oh no, this is going to be a long one to play through, I'm not going to enjoy this. But towards the end, I really started to enjoy it, and it was unfortunately over. My problem with the game is there really isn't too much into it aside from, you know, the shooting. You go around, you're shooting all the demon spawn and the hell spawn and all that stuff. You know, you're lighting up the goats you find, you're going through the darkness. They throw a few different styles of levels at you, but overall it's pretty much, you know, you just go straight through the game and then you're at the end, and that's it. It's only 5 chapters long, and so you can imagine, like I said, it's not that long of a game. But it is a solid title, and I definitely think if you can rent it, you should at least rent it and try it out. Graphic-wise, I enjoyed it very much. It captured the essence of what, you know, the game was going for, that dark, gritty, you know, hell look. They got it. They nailed it. Music. In a game like this, I don't think music is terribly important. You know, sometimes there was music, sometimes there wasn't. To be honest with you, I could give a shit either way, you know. But presentation-wise, I thought the game was very well made. Like I said, Suda51 and Shinji Mikami, you cannot go wrong with a team like that, I think. They might come out with a sequel, I think, at some point or another, and try to do something different. I think that's a high possibility because this game I thought was, you know, you kind of got to start somewhere, and this was a very good place to start. So, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. Yeah, pretty good. I enjoyed it. You know, if it seems like your kind of thing, it's not survival horror. Don't think it's survival horror. It's just more of like an action game, pretty much, with, you know, they, like I said, they throw some curveballs at you, but other than that, it doesn't take itself too seriously, and you shouldn't take it seriously either. So when it's maybe $30, I would think about picking it up if you want to buy it. Other than that, you could kind of just rent it or whatever, wait for it to hit the bargain bin. It's not too hard of a game either. I pretty much... Did I die? I mean, there were a few times I died, but it was pretty much of my own error. That's really only when I die. It's not from the actual game difficulty. It's more so just from me, you know, oh, I fucked up, and then I do it again and I don't die. So, you know, I'll probably maybe play through it again in the future if I even still own it in the future. I will definitely play through it again because I only played through it on normal. So I will go then to hard, and I think there's another very, very hard difficulty. But it'll be like one of those one hit and you're dead sort of things. But I'm not too big a fan of those. I kind of like, you know, there has to be a midway point. You know, either, you know, you get hit a million times and you're still alive, or you get hit once and you're dead. I don't like that kind of frustration in my games. I kind of like to enjoy my games while I play them, unless I really enjoy the game and, you know, I want a challenge. But pretty good title, I think. So that's all I have to say on that. Third Strike did come out online, and surprisingly, you know, it's Third Strike. You know what you're getting if you're a Street Fighter aficionado like I am. But I do have some things to say because Capcom did fuck up this port a little bit. You know, initially, we'll see, they'll release some patches and stuff like that. But I do have some choice words for Capcom once again, so stay tuned for that. Unfortunately, school does start this week. Yeah, I know, I said I'm very, very unhappy about that. But I will try to get you guys as much video content as I can in the meantime. But other than that, I'm going to go play Lost Odyssey and chill out and hope for the internet will come on soon. So take it easy, guys.